Наверное, вы уже смогли посетить нашу выставку на балконе. Она продолжит свою работу после окончания официальной части. Разрешите мне представить наших спикеров сегодня. Это господин Рашке, член правления компании Bosch, господин Уве Рашке, полномочный представитель компании Bosch в нашем регионе, и господин Цвела, директор по продажам автокомпонентов компании Bosch. Также я хотела бы представить вам наших коллег, которые присутствуют сегодня здесь из наших дочерних компаний и бизнес-подразделений, которые тоже с радостью будут готовы ответить на ваши комментарии и на вопросы. Итак, это Билет Аяр, CEO компании БСХ Россия, производителя бытовой техники. Это Берн Зайтер, директор по продажам систем безопасности. Йордан Костов, директор по продажам электроинструментов. Юрий Нечипаев, генеральный директор компании Bosch термотехника. Григорий Рузавин, также здесь технический директор отдела по продажам автозапчастей и диагностического оборудования. Юрий Курилович, директор компании Bosch Rexroth. И Петр Массершмидт еще не подошел. Директор компании Bosch Rexroth. Добро пожаловать. Итак, уважаемые коллеги, позвольте нам начать нашу презентацию, и я передаю слово господину Рашке.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My pleasure to welcome to this press conference. And before Mr. Oberstolz and Mr. Züderlup will give some more details about Russia and our business development, I would like to make a small introduction for our company. Bosch is today in the biggest transition period of its history. This is a statement of our CEO, Volkmar Denner, done in our annual press conference a few weeks ago. And why is he saying this? Well, I believe we have major trends which are changing our business substantially in the forthcoming years, meaning that maybe nothing will stay as it is and as it was 10 years ago. And I would like to stress some of these drivers in the world which are basic for our worldwide global strategy. The first picture I would like to show you today is a picture which accompanies me for each and every presentation. It just shows the world's population development in 100 years. So 100 years is for a little baby girl born today one lifespan. And you see that the world's population in this 100 years is more than quadrupling, from 2 billion people in 1950 to 9 billion people in 2050. And the balance of the regions is changing dramatically. When I was born, the share of Western European population in the world was 11%. Soon it will be clearly below 5%. And you see that we have tremendous population growth in regions like Asia Pacific and in regions like Africa. What does it mean to us? We get new markets, which is good. We get new competitors, which is demanding. And we have to understand that the requirements of these new markets, whether it's Asia Pacific or Africa, are totally different to the requirements of Germany, Japan or America. So this is one of the basic cornerstones when we look into the future. How can we stay competitive in a world which is that dramatically changing in the macro field? The second big game changer is the internet. Never before the technology has spread that fast in the world. And you see that in 2020, about 60% of the world's population will be connected. And we enter in the world of the Internet of Things. I will come back to this. Looking at the Bosch development over the years, and here I show the sales development since the year 2000. You can see a very successful growth story. In 2000 we had worldwide 30 billion euro sales, and last year we closed our books with 73 billion euros. So that meant a growth about 5% without currency effects, and this was exactly what we actually forecasted in the beginning of the year 2016. And by the way, for this year, we also expect a growth between 3 and 5% worldwide. For Bosch, also the first 5 months have developing much better, close to 10% growth, but the second half of this year has still some question marks. So with 3 to 5% for the overall year growth, we believe we are on quite the safe side. But what is more important, how can we succeed this growth story of the next 50 years, which we have generated in the last 50 years, with these changes of internet and demography? And why do I ask this question? All of our businesses change substantially. First, the Internet of Things. That means that from stupid things, things are turning into smart things. What's the difference? The difference is a little sensor, which is integrated in a product. It starts sensing data, and it senses this data via an interface to a cloud. A big data warehouse where it meets other data, and now we get new information, we get new services, and we get an enrichment of our products for our consumers. That means in future, smart things allow, in combination with services, a totally new offer for companies. And this all is based on data. One of our business, the most important by sales, is the automotive or the mobility business. More than 60% of our worldwide sales is done with mobility solutions, mainly with passenger cars in our case. The passenger car of tomorrow will be electric, automated, and connected. Today, the passenger cars are driven by diesel and gasoline. They have a driver driving the car, and they are only partially connected. That means this business will substantially change in the next 20 years. The Internet, and that means to us that Bosch has to become not only a hardware company, which we have been for 130 years, we have also developed into a software company. The strategy of Bosch is long-term to be a hardware and a software company. Today we have 60,000 engineers worldwide. And out of the 60,000 engineers, 20,000 engineers are software engineers. And out of these 20,000, 5,000 are already active in what we call the Internet of Things. But Bosch is not only a software engineering company. Bosch is also the biggest manufacturer of consumer sensors. I just said the world of tomorrow needs sensors. Smart things, stupid things with sensors become smart things. So we produce every day 4 million of these small sensors. And in 3 out of 4 mobile phones, we will find today Bosch sensors. And the third, it's the age of services. We just found a new business unit called Services, where we offer to our customers in future, additionally to our products, services which are related to this product. These are maybe call centers around the world. And we see in future a high share of our sales, a substantial share of our sales also done with services. In 2020, we want to introduce only new products, electronic new products, which are connectable. So in 3 years onwards, 100% of our products with electronics inside should be connected. Last year, by the way, this number was 50. And we believe that in maybe 10 years from now, 10% of our sales is done with products with artificial intelligence. And long term, we believe all of our products could have integrated artificial intelligence. For that reason, we just announced a major investment program where we start the Center of Artificial Intelligence in 4 countries of the world. I talked about cars, electric, connected, automated. Our factories will change. Worldwide, we have 260 factories in Bosch. But Bosch is also with Bosch restaurants and packaging machinery, one of the major industrial equipment suppliers in the world. The factories of tomorrow will be connected. This means we estimate productivity gains in the next 3 to 4 years up to 20% done by connected solutions. And of course, Bosch wants to do a lot of sales with connected solutions for factories, for other companies. And we have already done important partnerships together with SAP and General Electric. SAP is a big software provider, as you know. And the basis of this partnership is that we deliver software solutions to SAP. So this is part of the new world, as we are specialists in machinery and plant software solutions. The same for General Electric. So to be in future successful, we have also to think about partnering with many companies around the globe. Sometimes with companies which have been in the past even competitors. And last but not least, our homes will be connected. Our heating systems, our household appliances, our security technology, all will be managed in future by our smartphone, our iPad, based on a user experience, easy to work with software, and to make your life much more convenient through new solutions which combines all the products in your home. And you will steer your home, maybe with your car, on your way home from your office. You will tell your home already, or your navigation system will tell your home that you will be arriving in 15 minutes, that the lights goes up, that the right music is playing automatically, or that the heating is going up a little bit as now somebody arrives. This sounds like science fiction. It is not. All this will happen to a substantial number of households in the world in the next 10 years. And many of you will have such solutions at home too. For that, it's very important that Bosch invests a lot in research and development. Last year, it has been the amount of 7 billion euros, and this has been 9.5% of our sales. 7 billion euros. This is an immense amount of money. And we see also in future this high level to make sure that we are innovative enough to guarantee further growth and profitability for our company. Well, I would like to end my short introduction with this slide. This is our sales development in Russia. since the year 2000. Well, the development was not that straight. As you can imagine, in the last 4 years it was more like this. But what I would like to say is that Bosch has a clear, strong commitment to Russia. We have about 4,000 people working for us here in Russia. We have not only sales, but a lot of manufacturing activity, traditionally, in the automotive business, in the household appliance business, in the power tool business, in the industrial equipment business, just to mention a few. And we are happy that we feel that the economy this year is starting to improve. And we see this from our numbers, and we hope that the stagnation of the last, partially recession of the last 4 years is over, and that we can come back to a path of growth again. But Russia will remain a very stable pillar in our country's strategy also in the future. Thank you very much for your attention. This was my introduction. The biggest transition ever in the company. A few reasons for that maybe you have heard, and maybe this is a good foundation for the presentations of my colleagues. Thank you very much for your attention.